This is your one and only 𝐈𝐸𝐻81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today we are taking a look at the best glitches and exploits in Sons of the Forest. Let's get to it. First up, we have a fun little exploit that makes you more or less God mode when you are in single player. This only works in single player as it pauses the game when you go into your inventory when you are playing single player. This won't work on multiplayer. If you are in your inventory on multiplayer, you can still get attacked and hit. However, if you are in single player and you are about to die, all you have to do is open your inventory and use whatever thing you want to use to heal and wait for it to regen your health, because your health will regen while you are in your inventory. This works whether you're taking pills, using the health mix, or just eating food. So in short, it allows you to heal while the game is paused. Next, we have the ability to reset and remove your armor. So if you remove your armor, it resets the durability hit on the armor. This is more effective on some types of armor than others, as some can take a lot less damage than others. For example, the tech armor can take a lot more hits than, say, something like the leaf armor or the hide armor. So equipping the gold armor will remove any armor that you are wearing. However, the gold armor doesn't, at the current state of the game, give you any type of protection. But if you are wearing a few pieces of tech armor and you take a hit, you can go into your inventory if you are in single player, which pauses the game, equip the gold armor, which will remove all of your tech armor, then you put your tech armor back on, and that will refresh the amount of hits that it can take before you lose a piece. Now, I know this one's a little awkward and may or may not be super handy, but it is also very handy for the fact that it does just remove your armor, allowing you to switch armor out whenever you want. So for example, if you're wearing some tech pieces and you get a bunch of the fleshy armor or creepy armor, whatever it's called, and you would rather wear those instead, you can equip the gold armor, remove all of your tech armor, put your other armor on, and then when that armor runs out, you can put your tech armor back on. I think this one might be a bit more of a feature than technically an exploit, but the AI can build in unreachable places. So if you put down a prefab structure and you tell the AI to complete it, and it is, for example, a structure that you placed in the middle of the water where you are unable to build, the AI can build there just fine, because he just kind of drops the resources off and they teleport to where they need to go. Keep in mind, there are some things the AI can't do. For example, add rope. He will build up into the point where it wants the rope, then you will have to add the rope, and then he will finish completing the build. However, you can add rope if it's in the middle of the water, but if it's someplace where it's super unreachable, you're probably going to have an issue getting to it to add rope. So just keep that in mind when you are making use of this. We'll call it a feature. Next, we have something that people have been referring to as a dupe, and it's not really a dupe. It's more or less an infinite farm. So if you find a place that has a bunch of resources that you like, for example, a bunch of the Tupperware containers full of a bunch of random things, or some of the smaller cases that are full of things like C4 or grenades, you can loot all of those things, pop up a tent real quick, save your game, reload your game, and all of those things will be back and you can loot them again. And you can just rinse and repeat this as many times you want for an infinite amount of items that are spawned at that location. This can be really handy in areas where there are printer ink. A lot of the times in the areas where you find the printer ink for the 3D printer, there are also beds, so you can save, reload your game, and get a ton of printer ink, allowing you to print out infinite amount of whatever you want to print out from the printer, whether that be arrows or grapple hooks. However, it is possible to actually dupe items in the game, but this requires multiplayer and a buddy. This is really easy to do. All you have to do is boot up a multiplayer game, have your friend loot whatever stuff they want to loot, and then save their game. After they have saved their game, this saves their inventory. So all they have to do is put all the stuff in their inventory on shelves or trade it all with another player. Then all they have to do is exit the game and load back into the game, and they will have everything back in their inventory. Anytime they pick up anything new that they want to dupe, all they have to do is make sure that they save their game and then repeat the steps previously mentioned. From what I could tell on how the game works and it saves inventories, the only real way for them to fix this one is have the game save on exit in multiplayer. So I kind of look for this one to stick around for some time. Next, we have one of my favorites, and that is the floating platform anti-raid base. So I'm sure this one's going to probably get fixed relatively quickly, especially considering the fact that I heard the other day that they want to continue to improve on the building system. So make use of this one while you can. To do this, it's really easy. All you have to do is place a foundation, place some pillars, cut those pillars in half, build the second floor, remove the pillars that have been split in half. That's it. Once you do that, you have a floating platform. Do note that once you have built the platform, you cannot edit the platform. You can build on top of it, but you can't change the size of it without building underneath of it again. So if you want to do this, make sure you make the bottom part of the platform before you make it floaty as big as you're going to want your base. base. After you do that, remove the bottom half and you'll be good to go. Last but not least, we have the much welcome log dupes. Building anything in this game takes an absolute insane amounts of logs, and even with the AI helping you, it is somewhat tedious to collect them. Currently, there are 2 log dupes in the game that work really well and are really easy to replicate. The first one is you just place a log on the ground, put a stick underneath of it to create a deadfall trap, and then bump into it, and that causes another log to pop out of the ground. This works best on a flat surface. If you are on a hill or any kind of incline, there is a tendency for the logs to slip underneath the map when they do. So try to find a flat of surface as possible when you are doing this. This one's a little bit tedious, but it does work. The easiest one is to place the small house or small cabin blueprint, and then you go to a corner of it and you step back just a little bit and you look at the corner as you see I am doing here, and you just hit the C button and you will pull logs out of it that aren't really there, and then you just throw them and grab 2 more. The reason I throw them and grab 2 more is because if you just start duping them, they will fall out of the sky and hit your person and damage your person. So the easiest method to do this without taking any damage is to collect 2, throw them, collect 2, and throw them. You can stack up a lot of logs really fast this way. All right, and that is all I have for you for this one. Do you have any fun exploits that you know about? Let me know down there in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. And if you're looking for some more Sons of the Forest content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.